CIC Canon 1085 and CCEO Canon 802 states that a person bound by the bond of a previous marriage, even if not consummated, invalidly attempts marriage. Even though the previous marriage is invalid or for any reason dissolved, it is not thereby lawful to contract another marriage before the nullity or the dissolution of the previous one has been established lawfully and with certainty. Unity is an essential property of marriage. Hence, one cannot marry another if there is an existing bond with another. This impediment is of divine and natural law, and as such binds also non-Catholics. Therefore, the previous marriage of non-Catholics as well as Catholics must be annulled by a competent tribunal or by competent ecclesiastical authority before a new marriage with a Catholic can be celebrated validly. This impediment ceases at the death of one of the partners to the marriage. The death can be proved normally through an authentic public document, ecclesiastical or civil, stating the fact of the person's death. If it is not available, testimony of witnesses who have direct knowledge of the death may be accepted. Otherwise, a declaration of presumed death of the spouse, made by the diocesan bishop, is required before a new marriage is celebrated. For the presumption of death, all circumstances must be considered such as age, moral character, physical or mental status, concern for his or her family, frequency of correspondence and then its sudden stop, or any circumstance which would be bearded he or she were alive. Rumors should be investigated and ascertained. The result of investigations made through newspapers, radio, TV, government agencies could be used. If still serious doubts exist, the bishop must consult the Apostolic See. Prolonged absence, civil declaration or other presumptions of death considered by civil law are insufficient. By these means, and after prudent consideration of these evidences, if the local ordinary comes to a moral certainty regarding the death of a spouse, he may allow a new marriage. It must be noted that, in the case of a presumption of death, the validity of second marriage depends upon whether the former spouse is actually dead. Hence, permission is by no means dissolution of prior bond. If the spouse is found living, the second marriage is invalid. Thanks for watching. Kindly subscribe to Canon Law Explained for more videos on marriage.